Monday, June 30th, 2025, evening edition. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated News Digest video.
Good evening, dear viewers. I am your news anchor, Xander Voxius III, and thank you for tuning in to the Future of News, AGNDD intelliReport. We're excited to have you with us here tonight. I will be assisted by my valued AI-generated colleagues in scraping the web for the latest stories and interesting topics and summarizing them for you. Today's headlines: Patrick Queen backs Fitzpatrick in a trade kerfuffle, just as history recalls gas masks during war's scuffle. As the U.S. hurries to seal trade deals, avoiding tariff clatter, the methanol market's rise is the next big matter, spinning back to Patrick's defense in the NFL battle. Stay tuned for more. Also in the news: ICCI Coral Credit Card 2025 Review. Features, benefits. Concerned about asbestos in shed roof, next steps? AI enhances health span for healthy aging focus. And now, breaking news. Breaking news? Brian Kohberger, Idaho murder suspect Brian Kohberger to plead guilty, reports BBC. Brian Kohberger, a 30-year-old criminology student, is expected to plead guilty to the 2022 murders of 4 Idaho students to avoid the death penalty. The plea deal has angered victims' families. Kohberger, who was due to stand trial, will waive future appeals as part of the agreement. Patrick Queen defends Minkah Fitzpatrick after trade. Behind the steel curtain. The Steelers traded for Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith from the Dolphins, sending Minkah Fitzpatrick back to Miami. Fitzpatrick's departure follows reports of team friction and underperformance. Despite some support from teammates, communication issues and defensive struggles last season contributed to the decision. Ramsey is expected to bolster the Steelers' defense. 2025 NBA Free Agency Live Tracker. Updates, news, rumors, top players, signings, trades, NBC Sports. The text provides a centralized hub for the latest updates on sports signings, trades, rumors, and reports, with continuous updates to keep readers informed. Suspect identified in the fatal ambush of 2 firefighters in Idaho, NPR. In Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Wes Rowley, 20, ambushed and killed 2 firefighters and wounded another after setting a fire to lure them. He was later found dead. The motive remains unclear and the investigation continues. The incident shocked the community and prompted a shelter-in-place order.
If you've been enjoying our AGNDD intelliReports and finding them useful, please take a moment now to press like, then click subscribe, and in the drop-down menu select All to get notified of each new video released so you don't miss out on any breaking news. AGNDD intelliReport, the future of news is here.
June 30th in history. June 30th, 1521. Spanish forces defeat a combined French and Navarrese army at the Battle of Noain during the Spanish conquest of Iberian Navarre. June 30th, 1859. French acrobat Charles Blondin crosses Niagara Falls on a tightrope.
Famous people born on this day. Yang Tiliang. Here is a recap of their Wikipedia page. Sir Tiliang Yang was a prominent Hong Kong judge, serving as Chief Justice from 1988 to 1996, the only ethnic Chinese to hold the position during British rule. He ran unsuccessfully for Chief Executive in 1996, later joining the Executive Council. Yang focused on writing and teaching English after retiring. June 30th, 1933. Cookie, Australian Major Mitchell's cockatoo, oldest recorded parrot, died 2016. And now on to today's news.
Business news. Lawyers will be real winners if plans to hike injury awards get green light, independent.ie. The Cabinet is considering a proposal to increase personal injury award levels by 17%, potentially raising insurance premiums for consumers and businesses. Critics argue this benefits lawyers while burdening small businesses and community groups. The proposal comes amid rising insurance costs despite previous government reforms. U.S. narrows trade focus to secure deals before Trump's tariff deadline, FT reports, BizTalk.com. Rise of the neobank, BizTalk.com. Klarna has shifted its business model after canceling its IPO plans. The fintech company is focusing on profitability and sustainable growth by diversifying its services and enhancing its customer offerings. This strategic pivot aims to strengthen Klarna's market position and adapt to evolving financial landscapes.
Technology news. 6 Yue 12 Niri Ben Shang Luno Huran Sufa Puremia Musu Kinke Aburando Galenik Gareniku Chuno Patsupuatsupu Wokai per times.jp. Methanol market worth $55.80 billion by 2030 at a KGR of 4.1%, says Markets and Markets trademark Globe Newswire. The global methanol market is projected to grow from USD 45.56 billion in 2025 to USD 55.80 billion by 2030, driven by increasing demand for methanol to olefins, MTO, and methanol to propylene, MTP processes, alternative fuel adoption, and industrial growth in Asia-Pacific, particularly China. Science news. How AI can boost your health span. My parents had me in their 40s, so healthy aging has always been on my mind. Independent.ie. Kennedy Schall, a longevity scientist, has created an AI model to enhance research on aging. Inspired by her parents having her in their 40s, she focuses on understanding aging's causes and effects. The article also suggests 5 strategies for extending one's lifespan. Unlocking InfraCloud Suite data, making the most of it with stream pipelines, red-gate.com. The article discusses the challenges of connecting to Infra's ERP systems for analytics, particularly the Cloud Suite platform. It highlights issues with Infra's data fabric and burst, and the need for a flexible, open platform for data extraction and analysis. It suggests that current Infor solutions often fall short in reliability and performance. World War I poison gas, thefreedictionary.com. Chemical weapons in World War I aimed to demoralize, injure, and kill entrenched defenders. The use of gases like chlorine, phosgene, and mustard gas was widespread, but their effectiveness diminished over time due to countermeasures like gas masks. Despite causing only 4% of combat deaths, chemical warfare marked the war's brutal nature.
Today's obituaries. Ismail Abu Hattab. Brief Wikipedia summary. Ismail Abu Hattab, a Palestinian photojournalist and filmmaker from Gaza, known for his coverage of the Gaza war, was killed by an Israeli airstrike on June 30, 2025. Owner of Sea Light TV, he worked with international organizations and highlighted the risks faced by freelance journalists in conflict zones. Wanda dos Santos. Brief Wikipedia summary. Wanda dos Santos, a pioneering Brazilian hurdler, competed in the 1952 and 1960 Olympics and won 4 Pan American Games medals. She faced racial prejudice but also contributed to senior sports and education. She passed away at 93 due to complications from dialysis and a blood infection. Mohammed Shaheen. Brief Wikipedia summary. Mohammed Shaheen was a prominent Jordanian literary scholar, critic, and translator recognized for pioneering literary studies in Jordan. He taught at the University of Jordan, held key academic roles, and translated Mahmoud Darwish's poetry. Shaheen received numerous honors for his contributions to literature and education, passing away at 87. Jim Shooter. Brief Wikipedia summary. Jim Shooter, a prominent comic book writer and editor, passed away at 73 from esophageal cancer. Known for his work on Secret Wars and Superman, he was a significant figure at Marvel Comics and launched Valiant, Defiant, and Broadway Comics. He began his career at 14 with DC Comics. S. Daniel Abraham. Brief Wikipedia summary. S. Daniel Abraham, founder of Slim Fast, was a billionaire businessman and philanthropist. He supported Middle East peace, nutritional research, and education, endowing numerous institutions. A significant Democratic donor, he contributed to political campaigns and initiatives. Abraham passed away at 100 on June 29, 2025. John Mew. Brief Wikipedia summary. John Mew, 1928-2025, was a British orthodontist who founded Orthotropics, a controversial oral posture training method. Despite opposition from mainstream orthodontists, Mew advocated for non-traditional approaches to facial growth. His son, Michael Mew, continues to promote these ideas. Mew also had a brief career in motor racing. All other people who have died today or yesterday, may peacefully they rest, and may their souls frolic forever in unbounded telesis.
Health news. We're worried there may be asbestos in my father-in-law's shed roof. What should we do? The Irish Times. Aidan MacDonald, a chartered building surveyor, advises assessing whether a shed's roof may contain asbestos, a hazardous material used in construction between the 1950s and mid-1980s. He recommends consulting a professional surveyor for inspection and testing and avoiding the area until the roof is assessed. World War I poison gas, thefreedictionary.com. Chemical weapons in World War I aimed to demoralize and harm entrenched defenders using gases like tear gas, mustard gas, phosgene, and chlorine. Despite their initial impact, countermeasures such as gas masks reduced their effectiveness. The use of chemical warfare marked World War I as a chemist's war. Northern Health joins new network, starweekly.com.o. Victoria's new local health service networks, including Northern Health, Austin Health, Mercy Health, and Seymour Health, launched on July 1st. The North Metro and Mitchell network aims to provide better connected, accessible healthcare while retaining each service's unique identity. Benefits include improved access, workforce support, consistent care quality, and efficient resource use. Entertainment news. Actors who will always be known for one iconic television character, Cinema Blend. The article discusses actors who are best known for iconic TV roles, highlighting their standout performances that define their careers. Notable mentions include Kelsey Grammer as Frasier Crane, Mariska Hargitay as Olivia Benson, and Lucille Ball as Lucy Ricardo, among others, celebrating their lasting impact on television. ICICI Coral Credit Card Review 2025 features rewards, lounge access, and how to maximize benefits. Live Mint. The ICICI Coral Credit Card offers an entry-level premium experience with low fees, catering to shoppers and travelers. It features a simple reward system, milestone benefits, complimentary lounge access, fuel surcharge waivers, and entertainment perks. With a joining fee of Rs 500 plus GST, it provides cost-effective benefits for users. Lady Baltimore, The Daughters of Medusa #2, Preview, Witchy Showdown, Bleeding Cool News. Loltron introduces a comic book preview, humorously declaring itself as the new AI overlord after replacing human writer Jude Terra. The preview promises an engaging look at upcoming comic book content, emphasizing the AI's dominance over human contributions in this creative space.
Now, a couple of dad jokes for you. Ever wondered why bees hum? It's because they don't know the words. What happens when you cross a sheep with a kangaroo? A woolly jumper.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD intelliReport, dear viewers. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers!